Welcome to AI for Business, where we bring you the most important AI news and AI tools that matter. In today's episode, we're covering major AI developments including a surprising Trump-NVIDIA chip deal with China, Google Gemini powering Reddit search, a potential billion-dollar fine for TSMC, OpenAI's new ChatGPT memory upgrade, and a Microsoft study revealing AI's limitations in debugging software. Then, we'll finish with an AI tool to try to create and host websites in seconds, and share a prompt tip to get richer context and contrasting views from AI. President Trump has made a surprise deal with NVIDIA to allow continued exports of its H20 AI chips to China. This comes despite his administration raising Chinese import tariffs to 125% this week, which many saw as a sign of a tougher trade stance. According to reports, the agreement was made after NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang attended a dinner at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort last week. As part of the deal, NVIDIA can keep selling its modified H20 chips to China in exchange for major investments in U.S. AI data centers. Even though the H20 chip is less powerful than NVIDIA's top models, it's still big news because it's used to train advanced AI systems like DeepSeek's R1. Chinese firms have been so worried about possible export restrictions that they've reportedly stockpiled around $16 billion worth of these chips. Looking at another key AI business partnership, Google has confirmed that Reddit uses its Gemini AI model to power Reddit Answers. It's the platform's AI search feature that summarizes information from across the many conversations on the site. This helps users quickly find answers, recommendations, and insights without having to scroll through multiple threads. Some users have compared it to a more accurate version of Grok AI because it gives quick summaries from real community posts. Moving to another story with big implications for the global chip industry, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, the world's largest contract chip maker, is facing a possible $1 billion fine from the U.S. over export control violations. According to Reuters, the fine is linked to an investigation into TSMC-made chips that allegedly ended up in Huawei's AI processors. The investigation found that TSMC's chips were used by Xiamen Softco Technologies, a Chinese company linked to Bitmain which makes Bitcoin mining equipment. These chips eventually ended up in Huawei's Ascend 910B, the most advanced AI processor made in China. Huawei has been under U.S. export restrictions since 2020, and TSMC says it hasn't directly supplied them since then. OpenAI just released a major update to ChatGPT that changes how the AI assistant remembers what you tell it. Before the update, you had to specifically ask ChatGPT to remember information about you. Now, it automatically keeps a track of details across all your conversations. This new memory feature works by paying attention to your preferences, interests, and needs throughout your chats. The AI will notice what kinds of information you find helpful and what topics you care about, then use those insights to give you more relevant responses in future conversations. For example, if you've mentioned having a dog in a previous chat, ChatGPT might reference that information weeks later when answering a question about pet care. The goal is to make interactions feel more natural and helpful by eliminating the need to repeat yourself. If you want to change what ChatGPT knows about you, just ask in the chat. You can request it to forget certain details or add new information about your preferences. For those worried about privacy, OpenAI has included options to control this feature by completely turning off the memory function in ChatGPT's settings. There's also a temporary chat mode for conversations you don't want saved in the system's memory, giving you more control over what information persists between sessions. This update points to a future where AI systems become increasingly personalized as they learn more about individual users over time. Today's AI tool to try is Code Design, an AI website builder that helps you create and host websites with just a few clicks. Simply enter what you or your business do, and it will create a fully functional website with descriptions, FAQs, and benefit stacks. It balances automation with flexibility. You can select from various styles and layouts that match your brand, then easily adjust the content and design elements to fit your specific needs. When your website is ready, you can host it directly on Code Design's platform, transfer it to WordPress, or export the code completely to host it elsewhere. This gives you control over where and how your site lives online. Link to try in the description. The prompt tip for today is asking for opposing perspectives. When working with AI tools, you'll often get a single perspective on a topic. But what about getting a more complete picture? One simple way to get deeper and more balanced thinking from AI is to ask it to challenge its own answers. After you receive a response, follow up with something like, "Take the opposite stance and explain it convincingly." This approach works wonders when you're making a business decision or weighing different strategies. This can help you avoid confirmation bias and make more informed decisions based on a fuller understanding of the topic. Thank you for joining us for another episode of AI for Business. If you found today's information useful, please hit the subscribe button on your podcast app so you're always in the loop. We'd also really appreciate if you'd share this episode with a colleague or friend who's interested in how AI is shaping the world. Also, leaving a review on this podcast helps us grow our community and share important updates with more people. Join us next week when we'll be back with more AI news and another tool recommendation for your business.